涙キラキラ明日キラキラ涙キラキラ星になった空の遥か彼方に消えた明日キラキラ思い出は僕の大きな未来が導く光にな唇に見た目髪の中立つ指先に足くるぶしがま君に焼き付いてる君の綺麗な形たち胸と上上にささやきぬくもり憧れ初恋赤面つかみ立ち言葉にならない僕の未熟な気持ちたちかけは中にばらまくかなラッパの
So I hope you enjoyed that quick little video. That's the girl that we saw play Saturday. If you watched the last video, you would you know where that's coming from. So yeah, about my Saturday night. So Saturday I hung out with Mike and Becky, and we did that stuff, and then came back here. We drank some sake, and they just wanted to stay in. So I went out, and I had to meet my friend Greg and my friends Greg and Chad, and it was like midnight or something, and I was meeting up with them, and we were going to go to Roppongi. I've heard plenty of stories about Roppongi, you know, being a white person, Roppongi, you gotta be careful. Watch out for the Nigerians and like Japanese girls that are just gonna take all your money and drug you and blah blah blah. But if you're not an idiot, you don't really gotta worry about that stuff. But so I met up with them. It was a pain to meet up with them. Whatever. We made it there though, and we went to go to a club, and we went to go in there, and oh no, you got to be 22. There's a 22 age limit. So whatever, we couldn't go there. So we walked down to this other place, and we paid to get in. It was like $30 to get in. It's all black people at the door. I'm like, oh boy, this is like a Nigerian run place. And we go upstairs in the place, put our coats down. It's all black people, like some Japanese girls. And going to the bar, we got a couple drink tickets that they gave us for going in. And it was all black people and me and my two buddies, who's my one buddy's white, my other buddy's half Japanese, maybe full Japanese. He's full Japanese, yeah, Chad. Yeah, so we hung out there for a little bit. I talked to one or two people. It definitely wasn't happening. We did not belong there. So we got our free drinks. I made sure that they, you know, did them right and everything. And we left there, and those guys were a little drunk by then, and we were just walking down the street. And I'm like, okay, we got to figure out somewhere to go here. So, no, my neighbors are so loud. And just walking, just like one completely random guy, just completely random guy. I asked him like in Japanese, like if he knows like another club to go to, and he starts talking to me like great English. I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, I'm going to this one place, man. You can come with if you like it. You can hang out. If you don't like it, you can leave. It doesn't cost anything to get in. It's a cool place. Just come there. So I follow him and bring the two buddies. We like going to this place, take an elevator up to the 7th or 8th floor, and walk in. It's a cool place. Walk through the bar, and then a server comes up to me and I got us 3 Coronas and a hookah. It's been forever since I hookah'd. So we go over. There's like this sitting area, and we go sit down and we get a hookah. And one buddy goes to the bathroom. They were pretty drunk, and I was talking to like this bald white guy that had been living there for a while, and it's so easy to talk to people. I just talk to people everywhere. I'm not even that social of a person. But yeah, and we smoked a hookah, and like you just take like 2 smokes of the hookah, and you're just like, oh man, your whole body just goes numb, and it tasted so good and everything. And those 2 guys couldn't even like drink their Coronas, and Greg's just hanging out in the bathroom. and talking to a couple people, and I go look at Greg. He's like, "Man, this isn't good. This isn't good." It was like 2 a.m. and they come back out and they're like, "We're gonna go get a taxi, man." I'm like, "Come on, just make it a couple more hours." And like Greg was just sitting over there on like the chair, just like pretty much passed out. Like, okay. So I take those guys out, get them a taxi, tell the taxi driver where to go to take them back. Just like, peace out, guys. And if you remember, I didn't have any money. So I asked Greg, like, yo, man, can you give me $10, dude? There's this really cute blonde girl in there that I wanted to buy a drink for. That's pretty much the reason I stayed. And so I went back up there with my $10, and I go up next to her, and she just like sitting at the bar, just like pissed off. I don't know what her deal was. I'm like, hey, I'll cheer her up, right? So I go up next to her. I'm like, hey, I introduce myself, and I'm like, would you like me to buy you a drink? I didn't tell her I only had $10. She's like, no, and she had like this much of her drink left. She's like, I'm good, just like kind of bummed out. So I get a Heineken, $10 for a Heineken, really expensive place. And I talked to her for a little bit. She wasn't really having it much. She was actually 28. She asked me to guess her age. I'm like, 24. She's like, I'm 28. And I'm like, okay, well, guess my age. I get the beard going. 21. Oh, yep, you got me. Damn it. So, I don't know. She was just talking about how she doesn't really like Japan. She'd been here for 5 years, and I don't know. It was weird. But she was Romanian. She was from Romania. Um, so then I went over and talked to the one guy a little more, and I'm like, yeah, man, my buddies were too drunk. I had to get them out of here. He's like, well, I'm glad you came back, man. I'm glad you came back. Come on over here. And he got me a glass of wine, and we went and sat down and like started talking to him. And the reason I like went to hang out with him because he was waiting for his wife to come. He's like, you gotta see my wife. She's beautiful. I'm like, okay, yeah. And he was Romanian. All these people that I hung out with were Romanian. Um, so I sat down with him, started talking to him, talked to his wife, talked to a couple of her friends, and I went out and danced with a couple of them. I was dancing, and like, okay, so it's kind of like club music or whatever. There's no one really dancing. It's just me, only white guy in the bar, and there's like four of these Romanian girls. I don't know what to do. Like, if there was one girl, I could be like, okay, focus my attention on you. No, there's like four of them, and I danced a little bit with the 28-year-old girl. But like in America, it's easy. When you're in a club and there's a cute girl you see, you grab her, boom, you start grinding, whatever you want to call it. It's easy. But I'm in Japan dancing with a Romanian, and I'm from America. Romania is about halfway to Japan. Very different. I don't know how to dance. I'm like kind of spinning her a little bit, just kind of, yeah, I don't know what to do. Like dance her a little bit, and then the one girl, I kind of went to like grab her hand or something. I don't even know if I was actually gonna touch her, but she goes, "Don't touch me!" Just like, choo, like took out. I was like, "Whoa, okay, you're a little feisty." But yeah, so we hung out there. I talked to that guy. He's like a car dealer or something. He would show me that he had like three different apartments. Like the one girl wanted to leave, so he just like handed her the keys to the one apartment. She's like, "Yeah, man, I got everything, dude. Anything on the table's yours." He just kept buying me drinks. Um, yeah, so I hung out there and like talked to them, talked to those girls, and so it was like him, his wife, like 4 or 5 Romanian girls, and me, and like they're all speaking Romanian. I don't know one word in Romanian. Like I can't even say yes or no. Um, so we hung out there till probably like starting to get light out, and he's like, "Oh, we're going somewhere else." So we all start going somewhere else, and follow him around. I don't know where we went. Going to another club, crazy music, lights going all over the place. It's like 7 in the morning. Go in there, set our stuff down, and get some more drinks, and dancing down there with all those girls again too, and like